Hey everybody, this is Allie. Welcome back to my channel, Color Mama 360. It's time for another video. So good morning, good night, good middle of the night, depending on when you're watching. I'm excited to have you here today for my first ever quarter review, recap, whatever word you want to use, video. I have decided that I am going to do quarter recaps as well as my mid-year and end-of-year reviews. So I'm trying to make those look a little bit different. The quarter ones will be the same information, but I'm trying to make those differ from the mid-year and the end of year, which will probably be a little bit more in depth of things. But part of the reason I decided to do kind of a quarterly check-in is because for those of you that use the Amanda Colors coloring planner, you will know that the goals are organized by quarter. So as I was kind of looking over my goals, I decided that I wanted to do a video to kind of reflect on the first part of the year, January through March. So we're going to be focusing on quarter one, January through March in this video. I have some favorites that I'm going to go over, some statistics I'm going to go over, and then some updates just about things that you will have seen on the channel so far. This is probably going to be a little bit more of a format of like you don't need to see the screen. I'm going to show you some stuff, of course, but if this is a video that you want to turn on while you're doing your housework or your own coloring or something like that, this is not a video that you need to be watching the screen the whole time in order to enjoy. So let's go ahead and get started. We're going to start with favorites. So one of my favorites that I picked up this quarter, and I haven't even shared this in a haul with you guys yet, but it is the 120, right? Set of Polychromos colored pencils. Now, I went back and forth on getting these for a long time, but honestly, shout out to Jess over at Coloring Bumblebee. She finally convinced me because she's always talking about how much she loves them. And I think that they are a good pencil to add into my collection. I have a wax-based pencil, I have watercolor pencils, and so having an oil-based pencil just felt like the next right step as far as a pencil set goes. I've used these a little bit, and I will share kind of more of my thoughts and stuff with you during my spring haul video if you're interested in hearing how I'm liking them so far and stuff like that. But obviously they are listed as kind of my newest obsession or my overall favorite from the past 3 months. So I must be enjoying them, right? All right. Now let's talk about my favorite book received. Now this will come of no surprise to those of you that have watched the channel, but my favorite book that I received between January and March was Leon's Journey by Kanoko Igusa. Now, I was really anticipating this book. I decided to wait for the English edition because it was kind of that waiting period where it was like, it's not too long to wait for the English edition. So I think I can make it that long without ordering the other edition. I don't know what the original edition is considered. Maybe the Japanese? But yeah, I just love this book, and it was definitely worth the hype, definitely worth the wait, definitely just everything I thought it was going to be. I have done the character pages, which you saw in my March completed pages video. Not too happy with the way that this page turned out, but it hasn't deterred me from the book. There's so many beautiful pages, and I will figure it out. I will figure out a better way to color the characters, and hopefully this will give me some good practice in coloring more fur. So that is my favorite book that I picked up this quarter. My favorite video to film, I don't have anything to show you for this, but I will try to remember to link it in the iCards, was Let's Find Some Spring Pages. So that was where I just kind of flipped through my books, looked for spring-like pages, and I loved making that video. And it really reminded me of why I wanted to have a channel in the first place, is because when I would do that in the past, I would be like talking to myself, and I still am talking to myself when I film the videos for you guys, but interacting with people in the comments was really fun. And I love to just sit down and look through my books. And I got some good feedback from you guys about that video too. And it seems like others like watching that. So I am probably going to do more videos like that in the future. I think it would even be fun to do something like that live so that we can have like a two-way conversation about the pages that I'm looking at. Not quite to that part yet, but someday I think that would be really fun to do. My favorite pages colored. Now, this was a hard one. I couldn't really decide, but two came to mind for me. The first was the TLC page by RJ Hampson. This was an exclusive page that he designed for the Coloring for Cancer hashtag hosted by Joe over at Piggy Pens. And as simple and I don't want to use the word plain, but just as simple as this page is, it's just all alcohol marker with a little bit of white signo. It was so fun, and I still love the way that it turned out. This is probably one of my favorite pages that I've ever done with just alcohol marker. And like I said, there's nothing fancy or it's just super simple, but it just turned out so good. I think that it helps that I printed it on nice paper. I mean, it's alcohol markers, so but I just absolutely love the way that it turned out, and it's one of my favorite pages, which makes me so happy because I can look back on one of my favorite pages and remember the Coloring for Cancer in February. So that was one. Another one that came to mind was this one from Creepy Kawaii Halloween by Ella Yarzabek, and it's this one that I did for Monster March. So you just saw this in my March completed pages video, but this was one of the pages that I did for my Monster March hashtag. Again, I love that one of my favorite pages is associated with something else because I can look at this page and remember the first time I hosted the Monster March challenge and hashtag. So yeah, I just love the way that this one turned out. It originally was not going as planned, and I saved it, and I love the way that I saved it, and the end result is awesome. I really enjoy it. So that was another one that came to mind as a favorite that I colored in quarter 1. All right, next we're going to move on to some statistics. So, not a whole lot to show you here, but total number of pages that I completed between January and March was 55 pages. So, that's awesome. I I'm really proud of that, and it's weird to think that I've actually colored that many just in 3 months because I can't remember how many I colored total last year, but I think what I've colored in 3 months is like half of what I've colored last year. So definitely good progress. Total number of books I colored in between January and March was 46 different books, and 16 of those books were uncolored. So I think that those are awesome numbers for only being in the first 3 months of the year. Now, number of whips added to the master whip list. And let me just pull out my little notes notebook here. It's a little messy, but this is my master whip list. So this has every whip that I could find in all of my books, even one from like really early on in my coloring. And I added between January and March, I added 4 new whips, but I already completed 2 out of those 4. So my total number of whips to date is 27. Um, so still a high number overall, but I didn't add too many. I mean, 4 isn't a huge number, anyways, and I've already completed 2 of those, so I feel pretty happy with that. Now let's talk about some updates. So let's start with my books to complete. Now, one is a book that I'm not trying to complete this year, but I thought I would give you an update on. It's Capybara Cuties by Rob Parkinson. This is a group buddy project book that we're doing, and I have completed 9 out of 49 pages. So still a lot to go. I've based a lot of catch up pages because I was a little bit behind when I started with the group, but did this one. I didn't mark them all, so you're going to have to sit and watch me flip through. This is just one that I really wanted to do. I don't even think this was the one that was picked for April, but I saw somebody else color this one and I just really wanted to do it, so I started basing it. This one. This one was March's page. This one was February's page. This is a catch-up page that I started basing. I haven't come back in and finished the basing or done colored pencil yet. This was January's page. January's page. This was February's page. We do 2 pages a month, so this was the other March page. This is a catch-up page that I need to come in and finish basing and then do the pencil on. Don't know what month the group did that. This is another catch-up page. I think this one is actually ready for pencil because some of the other elements that I didn't base I wanted to do with just some other mediums. So that one is ready. This is another catch-up page. This one I think also is ready for pencil. And then let's see here. Is it the next one? This Christmas page, it looks like. Yep. So that was one of December's pages. This is another catch-up page. This one's also ready for pencil. So you see I have a lot that are ready for pencil. I use this book to, like, when I'm just feeling like using alcohol markers, I'll just come in and base a page because eventually all the pages are going to be done anyway. So might as well make progress towards that. So I do have a lot of pages that are ready for pencil. I have completed 9 out of 49 pages. So still quite a ways to go on this one, but also making okay progress. Next is a book I am trying to complete this year, and I am trying to complete this book before October. And it's Magic Mouse a Pumpkin Party coloring book by Morgan O'Brien. Now there are 16 pages total in this book, and I have completed 10. So I still have this page left, this one, this one. So the first 3 pages of the book. I completed this one a long time ago before I started making it a project book. This one I did in January, maybe. This one I did in February, I think. This one I've started a little bit of basing. I think I have that one planned for April. I am using alcohol marker in this book, even though there's words on the back. I figure it's okay. I mean, you can still read what it says. So still have this one to do. This one I did a long time ago too, before it was a project book. This one, I want to say I did this one before it was a project book, but kind of recently, maybe December. I could look in the back of the book and see, but just trying to go through this quickly because I don't know how much of this you guys want to see. This one I did a long time ago. This one I just did in March. Still have that one to do. This one I just did in March, and that's it. So good progress in that one. Only 6 pages left in Magic Mouse Pumpkin Party coloring book. Okay, next, I'm not going to take this out of the file folder, so there is going to be a bit of a glare, but the other book I am trying to complete this year is the Princess Kawaii Mega Pact, and Mega Pack, not Pact, sorry. There are 14 pages total, and I've completed 4. So I have this one planned for April. Still need to do this one. I'm thinking I'll do this one in May because it's Mermaid. Still have this one. I did Elsa in February. Still have Jasmine. Still this one. Still have this one. I did Moana in January. And I did Rapunzel in March. And then I still have those two. Those two. This is a repeat. So then I would just have Cinderella left. So I need to do a little bit more than just one a month to get on track with that. But overall, it's going okay. I have down that I completed 4. Did I count 4? Why do I feel like I only counted 3? 1, 2, 3. I'm not sure why I wrote down I completed 4, but I only have 3, which makes sense because I've done 1 a month. So that is the Princess Kawaii Mega Pact by Kevin Teo Art. Now an update on my 26 books. So I made a video back in December of 26 books / pages that I wanted to color in 2026. Some of them are just the book in general. Some of them are specific pages. And if you watch my plans videos, you see that I do a random draw. Usually, I didn't for March, but for January, February, and April, I did a random draw to just choose a number that corresponds with the page. So I have completed 8 of these 26 books, which is pretty good. That means that I'm doing more than one a month for sure. And there was a couple on here like Creepy Kawaii Halloween. Even though that one wasn't randomly picked, I did color in that one for Monster March. So I got that one completed. And yeah, I do have a couple that, like, this Christmas page got drawn twice. I think once in January, once in February, and I decided just to take the number out for now, and I'm just planning on doing that one for Christmas in July. So doing pretty good so far. If you want to go and see all the pages slash books that I have planned from that list, or that I have on that list, I will try to remember to link that video in the iCards. It's my 26 books to work on in 2026. Let's talk about project book updates. So I have 3 project books on the channel. First is Summer Nights by Hannah Carlzon, and I have completed 1 page in this book for every month, so 3 pages total. Again, I apologize for not marking the pages, but I did this page, I did this one in January, I'm pretty sure. And then I did, let's see here, this page in February. And then I just did the title page in March. So 3 pages done in here so far. This book will remain a project book on the channel until July. So I will be doing at least minimum, hopefully 3 more pages in this book, one in April, May, and June. And then I'm going to talk in my mid-year evaluation about if I'm keeping this book or replacing this book. But I am leaning towards replacing this book with maybe even another Hannah Carlzon book, but just to kind of spread the love, I'm thinking of swapping this out with a different one. Next, we have Wondrous Folk, which I had been calling an unofficial project book on the channel, but I have successfully been coloring in it every month, so it really has just turned into an official project book. I just did this one in March. Again, I apologize. I wasn't originally going to show the pages, but might as well. I did this one in February. And that one I actually did in December, so that's just an extra one that's been completed in this book. The one that I did in January, I know what it looks like. I should have marked the page. I saw it. It is this page. So total in this book, I actually have 4 pages done. 3 of those have been done between January and March. So that is Wondrous Folk by Christine Caron. And same thing with this book. I'm planning on, I have my next 3 pages up until my mid-year review planned, and then I'm going to probably swap this out with one of her other books as well. So still will be doing a portrait a month, but going to spread the love to some of the other books I have by her. Then the final project book on the channel is Tiny Year. I have been coloring the shelf pages and been successful with that as well. I've done all of them so far. So this was January's. And then next I did February's shelf page. I'm loving the shelf pages. They're really super fun. March's shelf page, and I have started basing April. So if you want a bit of a sneak peek, here is April's. So really enjoying these, and this I am thinking I'm probably going to keep as a project book through the end of the year, see if I can get all the shelf pages done prior to starting this as a project book. I only had October done, so I would have a little break in October, but as of right now I'm planning on keeping this. I will let you guys know for sure in my mid-year review. All right, now just to kind of wrap things up, I wanted to talk about my goals and how I did with those, and then talk about my new goals. So my goals for January to March, I wanted to do one buddy color a month, which I did. I did quite a few in January and February, and then I did only have one in March, just to kind of take a little bit of a step back because I was feeling slightly overwhelmed. But I did achieve that goal. I did do one page from Matchstick Mouse a month. I did do one page from Princess Kawaii a month. You saw those. And I did do one page from each of my project books a month. So you saw those as well. I also achieved this goal, one video upload per week. I think for the most part, except for maybe 1 week, I actually um, did 2 videos per week. So there was only 1 week, I think, that I only had one video. So pretty happy with that. I've had a lot of things come up and just a lot of busyness and things going on. So I am glad that I was able to stick with that. And then I also colored in 3 books from my uncolored list. You heard me talk about this, but I actually have colored in 16 books that were uncolored. So definitely met and exceeded that goal, which I'm really proud of. Some of the things that I would like to focus on for quarter 2 are complete one whip a month from the master whip list. So I'd like to start kind of getting that listed down, especially because honestly, I am always adding whips. That's how I am. Sometimes I start pages and don't always complete them. And so if I'm going to be adding them, I also need to be completing some. So I would like to at least complete one whip from that list per month, even if it's one I just started the month prior. I would like to color in 5 untouched books. I mean, I colored in 16 over the last 3 months, so I think 5 is definitely achievable. I would like to do 2 Princess Kawaii pages at least one of the 3 months. I mean, that's a minimum. I really would like to do at least 2 out of the 3 months, but just to keep things attainable, we're going to keep it to do 2 Princess Kawaii pages for at least one of the next 3 months. And then I'm going to continue my goal for one video per week. Again, like I said, things are just really busy. I don't want to take the fun away from creating videos. So I'm just going to keep it at that for sure. But I would like to do 16 videos total. So that just means that some weeks I would like to have more than one. If possible, or even maybe 3 1 week and one the next week. However, that ends up being, I would like to do at least 16 total, and I think that's pretty achievable. And then I'd like to do one series of videos. There's some series that I plan on doing annually, at least some form of them annually on my channel. And I did put a poll up recently to get your guys' opinion on which of those you would like to see first. So I already know that the series that I'll be doing this quarter is my coloring book collection. Now, I know that some people really like collection videos and some people really don't. And so I would assume that the people who do will tune in and the people who don't might not. But if you guys have any suggestions for how to make them funner, like if you would, I'll also be showing my completed pages, but if you would like to see like the next page I'd like to color, or my favorite page in the book or something like that, let me know down in the comments and I will take that into account as well. If not, I'll just kind of go through all of my books like I have in the past, and show you all the completed pages and all the books that I have in my collection. So that wraps up my goals that I want to focus on for quarter 2 and kind of everything in a nutshell that happened during quarter 1. So I hope you enjoyed this little update video, and I enjoyed making it as well as prepping for it and just kind of seeing what I accomplished over the last 3 months. I think it's really motivating and kind of just sparks that creativity. So I definitely am enjoying this format so far and will continue to do it in the future. All right, everybody, happy coloring. Bye.